This is the best Switch Joy-Con I have ever used. I never talk about Nintendo Switch on this channel, but when NYXI reached me for this Wizard Gamecube Joy-Con review, I said yes, because I am a handheld guy, and I actually bought both my original and OLED Switch on the launch day. I believe most of you also have Nintendo Switch since we are all handheld buddies. So this Joy-Con here might become your favorite one as well. Let's start with the stuff that I really love about this Joy-Con here. This is the most comfortable Joy-Con ever. This GameCube style Joy-Con will completely change how you grip your Nintendo Switch. After attaching an NYXI Wizard Joy-Con to the Switch, it just feels so comfortable to hold on hands. I could see the difference is day and night compared to the stock Joy-Con. The excellent ergonomics are attributed to those two separate grips that a GameCube controller offers. If you have ever owned a real GameCube controller, you know what I'm talking about here. My hands are just naturally fit into those two grips always. Those two joysticks are Hall sensor based, so they will never drift in their lifetime. When you try to push those joysticks here, they have similar resistance with the joystick on the Steam Deck, but those ones on the deck are just not Hall sensor based. The Hall sensor joysticks that I have used before always feel kind of loose. They don't have that good resistance when you push them. Also, they are full-size joystick, so they can travel exactly same amount as your regular Xbox controller. The cap on those joysticks feels kind of soft rubber instead of hard plastic. I think they just feel great. Also, the joystick rings are interchangeable here, so we can swipe different ring based on different game. The shoulder and trigger buttons are very clicky here. They have very short travel distance and the respawn is just crazy instant. Some people may hate this, but I actually enjoy those clicky shoulder button and trigger buttons. I just hate clicky face buttons. Speaking of the face buttons, we have some really nice face buttons that are copied over from the original GameCube controller, and even the color are matched here. But with an NYXI controller, they come with white backlight, and it looks so cool. The material they used on the face button is exactly same as the Xbox controller face button, kind of a semi-glossy finish. Even the pressing resistance and distance feels very close to the Xbox controller. All function buttons feel very similar to the stock Joy-Con. We also have a turbo button on each Joy-Con. The turbo buttons will allow us to set any buttons into a continuous mode. So to set up the turbo function, first we hold down the turbo button, then press the button that you like to put into the continuous mode twice. Now the buttons are in turbo mode. If you press the button again, the continuous input will stop. If you want to cancel the continuous input, just hold down the turbo button. The turbo function will be removed completely. The turbo indicate lights here tells you what states your turbo button is. If we have the white light, means turbo is not set. Blue means turbo is set. And flashing blue means the turbo is functioning right now. We also have two programmable buttons on the back. We can map face button, cross buttons, and shoulder buttons to the back button. To set up the back buttons, first press down the profile button, then press the button that you would like to map twice. When you see the indicate light flash, press the button again, and then press the profile button to confirm this setup. Now the back button should work. To remove the function on the back button, just simply hold down the profile button for 5 seconds. The haptic feedback are great on this NYXI Joy-Con. The vibration feels like a regular Xbox controller. They feel very clean and instant. Another good thing here is that we can adjust the vibration on each Joy-Con. To do this, just need to hold down the turbo button and then push the joystick up and down. The adjustment can go from 100%, 70%, and 30% and all the way down to 0. We can actually put the left Joy-Con at 100% and the right Joy-Con at 0 if you need, since the adjustment on those two Joy-Cons are independent. The both controllers can be charged when attached to the Switch, but also they can be charged separately with USB-C port on the bottom. To detach those Joy-Con, we can press down the release button on the back, and they work exactly same as the stock Joy-Con. When we put both Joy-Cons back to its dock, now we can use this as the Pro controller. Now let's talk about the stuff that I think it could be improved on this Joy-Con. The plastic is made of ABS plastic, and it does its function. It feels solid, but it does not feel premium. Everything else on this controller feels great, but the case. I hope some kind of coating can be applied on the surface and make it feel more premium. Another thing I realized that after I put those Joy-Cons on my Switch, the kickstand opening angle is getting limited. This is how much angle I can get with the kickstand. Overall, I think NYXI Wizard controller is one of the best accessories for Switch. It offers the best button setup and the most comfortable gripping experience.